God's army and the destruction of it. I wonder how many of these are part of God's army. And look, the big heads jumping in my way. I had to go around here and have a look because there's a lot of stuff being preached over here. Imported ideas, non-Miletian ideas. You see, we all knew law. We didn't need the police. Because anyone could turn around and say to you, they could say, you're breaking law. And then your whole family would know. Because the whole family would be brought into a bit of a shameful thing because everybody knew law. The only reason we had police now and prisons is because after thousands of years of armies from Islam, from Britain, from France, from the Europe, all over the world that came to Ireland attacking us, trying to break down their way of life. That was because we had Brehon law. Brehon law came from the Holy Land because that's where we came from, B-law, land of milk and honey. So everybody was a member of the military. Everybody knew law. You didn't need to call up a copper and then go to a judge because everyone in the whole town, the whole village knew exactly what law was. Because it was based on the system of fairness. But when the armies came in from abroad, there was nothing fair about them. So it took them several hundred years to break down the Brehon law. Every time they sent a Norman invasion force, we used to grow our hair long and curly over our face so we would deflect spiritual sword blows. The Normans kept doing it. That haircut is still banned to this day, and the colour we used to wear, which is called saffron, you had to roll into it 3 times on the ground to be a judge, and it fitted those who hold justice in their hearts. That's why my ancestor would run around Ireland. Anyone that came in from abroad, they imported new foreign ideas and it broke down the Brehon law system. He would enforce the honour prize for 4 generations. Didn't matter, you had to uphold law, not their law. So what we see here is a lot of people coming from abroad with a new way of thinking. It's not as old as my ancestors. My ancestors have been on this land for 3,500 years and longer probably. We can trace it back written down to 3,500 years. These people are coming in with these new ideas and these new religions. They're not even that old. Our way of life is that old. It's ancient. We haven't removed the cornerstone. Well, the foreigners came and removed the cornerstones of our forefathers, but not us ourselves, the Miletians. So what happened now, you're looking at the time when Gog's army will come against us. And then the people that Gog and Magog's army drove out will return. That's the Irish. The Irish, the 70 million Irish around the world. Militians who have been driven abroad by the Dannon apartheid government. If you stop Dublin dead in its tracks, the country will be Militian. It will revert back to the Irish way. The only reason that we're having all these problems is because you have a foreign military head of the military in Ireland. He's a foreigner, he's Lithuanian. Germans, yeah? Deutschland. Might as well be. They were the most efficient, ruthless Nazis out of the lot. Then you have, now you have a gay Taoiseach. Matters not to me that he's gay. You shouldn't be telling me that he's gay. I don't need to know that. You don't need to be rubbing everyone's face in your sexuality. I don't walk up to people and go, hi, I'm straight. No, but if I walk up, I'm gay, I'm flamboyant, blah, blah, blah. Look at me, can I mount your bum? Something like that. Anything, but... You know, so now we have a Polish gay boy working for as the Taoiseach. My family's there 3,500 years, but they're only getting voted in because the government sent in the Dannon apartheid. They sent in the vanguard. The vanguard were the Polish. I said it to loads of Polish. It says, "Use the Pope's vanguard." Now look at it this way: your country's out there being taken over by gays and priests. People that say, "What are you talking about?" Ratzinger was a paedophile apparently, and he changed to being a gay to hide from it, and he must have made a deal with the gays. The gays have become very powerful in Ireland altogether. So now you have a gay prime minister. So what you have is gays, priests, and paedophiles go hand in hand. And you don't care if you don't like it, it's the truth. Priests, paedophiles and gays, they're always linked together. And here's the proof of it. Paedophiles, people want to lower the age of consent to the age of paedophilia. Lots of gay people want to do that because they want to get a nice young person to corrupt. Or whatever they want to do. They're like Spartans. You take them off their mom, beat them and traumatise them until they become part of the military wing of the army. Yeah. Now the army's taken over. Now what you get with the Vatican is you get foreigners, foreign ideologies, foreign laws, and foreign ways, and plunder and pillage. All of the wealth of Ireland is gone, all the oil and all the gas, the biggest oil fields. You don't even hear it, don't even tell the stupid Irish about it. But God's army will be destroyed when we return right back and chase them down like road. The people that they drove aboard will come back. That's the Irish. There's millions of us. They have to come home to Ireland. They keep filling Dublin. Dublin's a shithole. They're robbing our gas, they're robbing our wealth, they're robbing our culture, they're robbing our hearts and our minds. And our ruts, that's all there is to it. I still have a few minutes, so yeah. Gog and Magog, the destruction of Magog. Who's Magog? Who's Gog? Well, a lot of people say it's the Vatican and stuff like that, but the Irish people have been driven out. There's 70 million Irish descendants abroad. And there's another tribe in Ireland called the Tuatha Dé Dan and the Leprechauns. The Tuatha Dé Dan and the Dan tribe. So what they're doing, they're after getting rumbled. Everybody knows that they're paying off the Finland. They're paying off it. They paid off Finland's debt to the European Bank. And now they have one of the only countries in the world that's not in debt to the World Bank. Sorry, the World Bank, one of the same, the Vatican. So now, everyone's moaning about that. It's been going on. So they changed the plan. They use a police now. They have thousands of Polish breeding in Ireland. Now they're eligible enough to vote for that gay Taoiseach, the foreigner, and a gay military advisor. So don't tell me that that's not a usurpation of the Irish Milesian culture, because it is. That's all there is to it. My son was reared up to be the ruler of Ireland. I train him up. He's educated and all this stuff. Anything they want to talk about, politics, history, teachings, Christian teachings, Breton law, he has an idea of this sort of thing. I want a Milesian one in Ireland. So the thing is, we had Dublin is the main problem. It's always been a problem for my people, and I want to deal with that problem. I don't like problems. See the way, what's his name, your man that was selling the coke, Pablo Escobar, says he don't like problems. I don't like problems either, and Dublin is a problem. It's full of the bulls of Bashan, it's full of terrorist organisations. The fathers of terrorism are the priests. So you have the priests, terrorism and fags. And if you turn around and say, oh, I want you telling me, if I walk up to a girl and I say, look, I'm straight, what's the story? She'll say I'm being a creep. But a faggot will always tell you he's a fag or he's a gay. And if you say, you can't call the police for them, they say you're being homophobic. They have us by the bollocks with all of these new laws. None of them are going to go forth and multiply and be frugal. We're a dying race because of these imported ideas. You're not supposed to be sitting down in the pub talking about your sex life or propagating your sex life. That's Gaelic law. That's law. They're breaking law, every one of them. Every one of them are liable for the honour price in the 4th generation down. Do you know what I mean? They're breaking law. They're sitting down in the pub, breaking law, telling everybody about all of these dirty shit. And then the women that get involved with them, they start using all of these big huge dildos and all. The man, the husband can't touch the side, they're never satisfied. The sex life is no good for them, then they can't keep the family together. These things all add up into total fucking carnage and chaos in the city of Dublin. Then you got the bulls of Bashan running around Dublin, loads of missing children, the Irish, anything goes. It's like fucking Sodom and Gomorrah in that town in Dublin. Yeah, there's all sorts of shit going on. The whole country's just gone perverted. They don't know anything about their culture, their history. You have to bring the Irish people back and drive out the Goggies army, and that's all there is to it. Where is Goggies army? Well, part of it's here. Do they know they're Gog's army? Probably not, because they're in a religion. And when you're in a religion, you're on a need-to-know basis only. And the thing is, these people don't realise the danger they're in. 1/6 of them, it says that they will be left, but 1/6 of them. So if there's 60 million of them, there'll be 6 million left. You know, that's the mathematics. There'll be 1/6 of them left. God knows how to do mathematics, because he created everything. And that's what he says. Gog's army. Without them being taken over, all the oil and the gas, well. And the thing is, these islands belong to the one people, the Milesian people, the military, the British and the Irish. police and all work for other people. They only work for the rich. The majority of the people on these islands aren't rich. Although there always should be rich people, because God bestows wealth and riches on people that He favours a lot of the time. That's how King Solomon became the main man. But you know, if there's people putting their hand on the Bible and swearing to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth in court every day, that's just disrespectful. That's not the Milesian way. You see, you get follied everywhere, you know what I mean? There's a fella right down there, we'll get follied around this stuff like a head case for the rest of the day. Anyway, God bless.